Alright guys, this quadratic lesson is about finding A, B or C when we've got that general form of the equation. Usually you're told information about the amount of roots in order to solve this. Really super important message here. Okay, so often when we see x squared equals 25, students will then say x is equal to 5. If you do that in the exam, you will not get even achieved for these type of questions, okay? Anytime that you see x squared equals to something, you must put both solutions every single time. Okay, the only time that you would not do that is in a log problem. We haven't done log problems yet. In log problems, the base of a log cannot be negative, so that is the only time that you don't use both answers. Every other time, use both. Okay, for these problems, you'll need to use a discriminant and knowledge about quadratic roots to solve for unknowns. I think the best thing for these is I just take you through a couple of examples and let's see how we go. All right, so this question is on page 65 of Walker. We're given this equation, 5x plus 2 in brackets times 3x minus 1 in brackets. That's equal to k, and it has no solutions. And we're asked to find the value of k. The very first thing we need to do is get this into the general form, okay, which is the ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So we expand those brackets, we'll get 15x squared minus 5x plus 6x minus 2 equals k. Okay, simplify this and take that k to the other side. You get 15x squared plus x minus 2 minus k equals 0. From here, we can identify a is equal to 15, b is equal to 1, and c is all of this stuff without an x. Okay, so minus 2 minus k. Because we're looking for something with no real solutions, we know that the discriminant is going to be less than 0. Okay, so we find our discriminant, b squared minus 4ac. This is equal to 1 squared minus 4 lots of 15 times all of minus 2 minus k. Really important that that's in brackets here, just to avoid errors. 1 squared is just 1, minus 60 times all of that. Okay, 60 times minus 2, and then minus 60k. Remember this negative changes signs of both of those, so we end up with 1 plus 120 and plus 60k. So we get 121 plus 60k. Now we wanted to know when this was going to be less than 0. Okay, so we take our equation, 121 plus 60k less than 0. Rearrange by taking away 121 from both sides. Divide both sides by 60. And we get k is less than negative 2.016 reoccurring. Okay, and that's your solutions. One more example of this one from page 65 of Walker this time. Find the value of k if the equation y equals x squared plus k minus 3x plus 2 minus k has two identical roots. Okay, no rearranging required for this one. We just treat the y as 0 because that's when we find the roots. So we can identify a is equal to 1, b is equal to k minus 3, and c is equal to 2 minus k. Two identical roots means that our discriminant is going to be equal to 0. When I've got b's and c's like this, I tend to break the discriminant up into 2 bits to start with. So I'll first calculate b squared. It'll be k minus 3 times k minus 3. Okay, then I'll do my 4ac. Then I bring them back together. Okay, and then again, being careful with these negatives. So I made sure to put brackets around the b squared part so I wouldn't make those mistakes. I end up with k squared minus 6k minus 9. Sorry, that will be minus 8 there. Minus 8 and then plus 4k. Why did I change that to a minus? Alright guys, I've made a mistake. Minus 3 times minus 3 is positive 9. Careful with that. Sorry to confuse you. Right, 9 minus 8. Positive 1. We now have this new quadratic here. Okay, so our discriminant was k squared minus 2k plus 1. We want to set that equal to 0. Identify a new a, b, and c. My neighbours are being really loud right now. I hope you can't hear them. And then from our graphics calculator, we find that k is equal to 1. What that will look like on the graphics calculator is x equals 1, and it will have like a times 2 next to it on the graphics calculator. That just means that there's only one solution where we're just touching the x-axis. Okay, so yeah, whenever you see times 2, it is just the one answer.